Looking at the crude market, last week we were talking a lot about this level down here at 51.64 and just identifying the fact that this level had held for the past few weeks and looking at the big supply level here from 53 up to 56. We know that we've been in this range for the past several weeks here, and that this low seems to be holding. Therefore, we're not seeing the big push to the downside down to 47.79 that we would expect to see if this level is going to hold again. We've seen a lot of wicks come in here for the past 3 weeks. Yes, it's been ranging around really, really tight, and we're really expecting a breakout anytime soon. But because we seem to be holding the 51.62 level, I'm looking for this thing to push on through this chocolate zone, considering it's been hit several times, and push into the 58 to 59 zone up here, this nice little aqua level up there before it hits 47. That's what I'm looking to have happen here on the big picture. Now, all that we're really caring about is what's going to happen next week. And last week we were saying we really thought that price was going to go up, but we're watching the level, and since it didn't crater through the level, I'm still thinking that it's going to go up this week. Here we are on the daily time frame here, and again, same idea, same concept. It looks like it was like 51.59, excuse me, on where that line was drawn. On the weekly chart, it's kind of hard to get tick accuracy from such a big time frame. But that level did hold this past week, and we saw a little bit of rise, but look at how much time we've spent in this area altogether, from I would say like 52 all the way up to about 55. We've just spent a lot of time in that $3 area, and it seems like we can't seem to break out of it. But support seems to be holding right now. Okay, again, the 51.59 level is definitely the level that I'm looking at here, and I'm thinking that this week we're going to see a rally outside of this daily zone. Didn't give us a whole lot of conviction right here, but if it breaks below it, then yes, we can go down into the 49 and into like the 44 area pretty easily. But as long as we stay above this, I wouldn't be surprised to see a close above 54, and then we'll break 56. Okay, so that's what I'm looking to have happen here this coming week, is for us to move to the upside. As we look at the 4-hour time frame, you can see what a range we've been in here for the past several weeks, and just back and forth, bottom, top, bottom, top. We're finding really good support again. Guess where? And down here at the bottom, right around that 51, 59 area. So bottom, top, bottom, top. We are down here at the bottom, and I'm looking for the rally to the upside. Okay, so we just need to come on up here and break the 54 in that nice little yellow zone, and then we should start seeing everything else break to the upside, is what I'm thinking. All right, but we are definitely ranging in this market, and you know, if you wanted to buy the extreme amount down here, as price does what it does, that may not be a bad play, you know, to try to play the extreme bottom of the range in the overall direction of trend. I think that could be kind of cool. If you wanted to maybe try price falling from the 53.78 area, that could be interesting. Okay, but we've really been ranging around quite a bit, and it's just been back and forth and back and forth. You can see all these levels have been hit several times below us, and they seem to be sticking. So I think that's the important part. So that's what we're looking at having this week. Last week we were looking to the upside. Guess what? It happened. We'll say it happened to a degree. It did a lot of chopping, but it did move to the upside. It made new highs here last week, which was really cool. That's what we thought was going to happen. Now we just need it to bust the highs with a little bit of force. If it breaks the 51, 59 level, then all bets are off to the upside, and we will look to the downside at that point. But only time will tell how this market comes out of this range. Looking at the Emini S&P500 futures, you can see that we have been making new highs on this market, and we just touched the 53 area, or excuse me, the 2300 area. Okay, just barely reaching up there, and I think that's really, really cool. This has been a very strong rally to the upside, but I think it's really time that we took a break, and so I would be expecting somewhat of a pullback, because this rally surely can't last longer, and that 2300 is a nice good whole number, so I would like to see a little bit of a retracement back down into this 2208 weekly demand zone here. Okay, now that means that this week, even though we're in an uptrend overall, I'm looking for a correction to start here. So let's go ahead and look down at our daily and 4-hour time frames to see what levels are going to be important this coming week. On the daily time frame here, you can see that we have been moving down to retest some brand new support that was formed at 2271. Just before we pushed into the 2300 level, and we're retesting that right now. So we probably really need to come back up here and give us another good retest of right around the 2293 area. And after we get a good retest of that high, I would like to see us fall back down, but only time will tell. So for the short term on the daily time frame, if we can get back up into the 2300 level, that would be a nice firm retest of the high, and then we could push even lower. But until that happens, this is what we see happening right here as a real decent retest of the highs. Okay, that is the decision point, and once we get that, I personally would like to see us do a little bit of a correction. Okay, so bounce there and then come down into the 2249 level, to the 2249 zone, I should say, because it goes all the way down to the 2228 zone down here just below it. Okay, and if it hits the 2249 level, then I think it could easily break that and get into the 2200 area. Okay, so I think that this blue zone will be easy to break through if it retests that, and then we could go back down into the 2200. Okay, so those are the important levels here, this aqua level and this aqua level. This blue zone I feel is kind of weak right now, but I'm looking for a move to the upside, and that is our decision point right there. So let's go see what kind of support and resistance we're going to be having on our smallest time frame. Looking at the 4-hour time frame here, you can see a beautiful bounce at 2263.25 as prices bouncing to the tick off of this zone. We're looking for the rally up into the highs here, and I was saying right around the 2293 area, but really looks like it could bounce just a little bit below that from the aqua zone at 2287 up to 2290. So same type of idea, just let's modify that considering we now have the resolution to see where that area is in a much better frame of mind here at the 4-hour time frame instead of the daily time frame. So knew that there was some resistance up there, but now I can actually see the resistance on the 4-hour time frame compared to the daily time frame. So that's what that looks like there. It's this This price action's been absolutely awesome, bouncing off of the 22.69 zone right there, and then pushing all the way down to a beautiful bounce to the tick off of both of these zones. Just absolutely amazing how price knows exactly where these levels are plotted uh, because of what these levels represent. So it's really, really cool. So looking for a bounce off of this zone here in the next day or two, and then I would be looking for price to decide whether or not 2300 is really going to stick here or not. My thoughts being that it will not stick, and it will give us a little bit of a correction that it's need to give us here for a while now, because we've been in such a strong and powerful rally over the past several months.